Hello, I'm Annette Groves, candidate for mayor for the town of Caledon. Since elected in 2000, it has been an honor and privilege to serve my community both as a local and regional councillor. As a local resident or business owner, you deserve leadership that inspires a shared vision, challenges the process, enables action, and models the way forward. These practices will create a strong and vibrant community for all those who choose to call Caledon their home. As your mayor, I will bring to the council table my many years of political and business experiences. I believe it's important for a mayor to have previous leadership and experience in both government and the private sector. I understand small businesses, and I have successfully run my business in healthcare facility for many, many years. It is this kind of leadership that Caledon needs as we continue to experience growth. As your mayor, I will ensure that you will always feel heard, respected, and supported. After all, you and your family deserve this, and I can assure you that I am in this race for the people. Allow my many, many years of experience as a business owner and elected official to work for you and your family. I am ready to lead and honored to serve the community of Caledon. My plan is about meeting the needs of residents and local businesses in our hamlets and villages, understanding the unique needs of each community that makes up Caledon will be my top priority. Ending divisiveness and promoting a unified Caledon that focuses on fair share for all will ensure that no community is left behind. Ensuring safer roads, protecting our environment, advancing our agriculture, and managing the growth we will experience are my priorities. I encourage you to visit my website for further details on my plan at ANNETTEformayor.ca. Together, we will experience a stronger and prosperous Caledon. Together, we will build up Caledon for future generations. I respectfully ask for your support on October 24th. Experience matters. Vote Annette Groves for mayor of the town of Caledon. Thank you.
Over the past few months, I have knocked on hundreds of doors, and I get asked the same question. Why do you want to be the next mayor of Caledon? And the answer is simple. It's about community. You see, I'm raising my children as the sixth generation on our family farm, and in my lifetime, I have seen a lot of change in Caledon. But that change will be nothing in comparison to the growth that is coming over the next 25 years as we triple in population. We need a mayor that has a plan to ensure that we protect our rural countryside while building new, sustainable, and connected communities, and a plan that will build a strong employment base so that we relieve the taxes from our homes. It is important that that mayor have experience and leadership qualities. I have been the regional councillor for wards 3 and 4 for the past 8 years. And prior to that, I served with Marilyn Morrison as her executive assistant. And before that, I was at the province of Ontario with Premier Ernie Eves. I've been honored to have served as the past 4 years as the chair of the Toronto and Region Conservation Authority. We need a mayor with a plan, with a proven track record to get things done, with experience and the ability to build partnerships and relationships so that we know that as we move forward, we can build a sustainable and connected community and protect and preserve our Caledon identity. I am that next mayor. On October the 24th, vote INNIS.
Hi, my name is Ramit Gill. I'm running for Regional Councillor Ward 1, 2, and 3 in the town of Caledon for this election that's going to be happening on October 24th. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I've been a resident of Caledon for the last 11 years. I have 2 young kids, a 7-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter, and I currently work as a police officer for the past 13 years. Caledon is a place that I really love, and I love everything about our small town, including our hamlets and our villages, and I would like to maintain that. And my commitment to Caledon will be that I want to fight for all the residents of Caledon, not just the developers, the builders, and the large landowners, but I want to make sure the needs of Caledon residents are forefront, whether it's relating to traffic safety, neighborhood safety, or environmental protection. I want to make sure that our Caledon stays as a beautiful place where we ensure that all the residents are happy and that all of their needs are met. And there's a lot of things we can do regarding traffic safety and neighborhood safety. We're committed to looking into things like traffic calming measures and photo radar to make sure people have a good sense of safety and security all the time. I want to account for community input when it comes to aggregate operations. Make sure that our roads can only handle certain amount of traffic. That anything over that we have a plan for all of that, because our roads can only handle so much traffic with the dump truck capacity as well. I want to make sure our seniors and our children have good quality accessible programming that's available to all the residents. And most importantly, I want to make sure that all our communities are designed and built with all our needs and priorities in mind, where we keep the needs of the residents first. We do not put the needs of builders, developers, large landowners before the residents. We want to make sure that we have a beautiful Caledon where it's a healthy place for all of us. On October 24th, I hope to earn your support, and I make sure you go out and vote on October 24th. We do have a lot of advanced poll dates as well, starting on October the 8th. So please make your vote count. Thank you so much. Once again, I'm Ramit Gill, running for Regional Councillor, Ward 1, 2, and 3 in Caledon. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Frank DeCosla, and I am currently the elected school board trustee for Dufferin Catholic District School Board, elected for the last 19 years representing Caledon and Dufferin County. I want to express my gratitude and appreciation for entrusting me for 5 consecutive terms, successfully advocating on educational and community policies within our community. During this time, this opportunity has granted me extensive knowledge and experience, complemented with professional development, adding to my competencies, and successfully advocating for our community. As a resident of Caledon of Wards 5 for over 25 years, I have decided to represent my community of Caledon, Wards 4, 5, and 6, at the Region of Peel as Regional Councillor. With the Region of Peel recent decision to eliminate 2 Town of Caledon Regional Councillors, there is a greater need for a current elected representative who is experienced, qualified, and committed. This is vital in ensuring the sustainability and representation for our community at the Region of Peel. With these competencies, I am confident that I can address the challenges and opportunities within our community. As an elected regional councillor, I pledge that I will uphold my fiduciary responsibility as I dedicate myself to advocate with transparency and accountability while dealing with the challenges and opportunities at the region and the town of Caledon. From a regional perspective, the challenges of Highway 50, truck and traffic gridlock, and inadequate access to Highway 427 have been a challenge for many in our community who are required to commute to other municipalities. With the recent mandate and pressure from the Region of Peel and also from the provincial government to increase development, this added pressure of increased residential and employment development will require the need to manage and leverage development so that it is practical with value-added benefits to our community. With this potential of increased development, the requirement to improve and maintaining regional infrastructures that is compatible with the future development must remain at the forefront of our community. While we continue to encourage active living in our community, the need for an active outdoor living center with all sports courts, bocce, shuffleboards, outdoor swimming pool, and an outdoor band shell can all be used as an accessible communal space for all to share, and including our seniors, family, and children. These are some of the challenges and opportunities that I would like to address as a platform. You may also visit my website at www.frankforcaledon.com for additional information. On October 24th, you will have the opportunity to vote with confidence for a candidate that is experienced, qualified, and committed to represent you as Regional Councillor for Wards 4, 5, and 6 for Caledon. Thank you for your ongoing support and confidence.
Hello, my name's Kate Hepworth. I'm running for council, Ward 1. Why should you vote for me? Well, it's time for changes. Caledon, as you know, is about to change in the biggest way. Population growth is going to be massive. What we also have is a massive move on industry, especially in the south end of Caledon. Highway 413. I am opposed to Highway 413. I make no bones about that. I do not support it. I don't support what it brings. I do not support that you're going to save 30 seconds off a trip. We don't need the 413. We do need housing. We do need affordable housing, not only for new people moving into the area, but also for our senior citizens. Our seniors are important. None of us are getting any younger, myself included. We need to look out for that. We also need to look out for our emergency services. As we age, clearly, the need for emergency services goes up. As we all know, or as some of you may have seen, I advocated at the Region of Peel to go into their new model that moved the starting of paramedics out of Brampton. We need to have our paramedics back in Caledon, starting and finishing their shifts in Caledon. We need to have appropriate response times for all those emergencies. We can't rely on the fire department to come to everything. Fire departments need to be available for when they are needed for a true emergency in the way of a fire. Their attention to patients before ambulance arrives can be absolutely life-saving, but it shouldn't just have to depend on them. Aggregate. Where do I even start with aggregate? If you know me, you know that I absolutely do not and will not support the Votorantim Cementos, also known as St. Mary's Cement, potential application, because it's not an application to the town yet, as the town will very quickly tell you. I don't support it. I will not support it. On a recent meeting, their company stated every hour, 77 trucks. That's 924 more vehicles on the road in Caledon, not just Ward 1. There are so many things I would love to talk to you about. Please feel free to reach out by email. You can reach me at votekate4caledon, it's the number 4, @gmail.com. So that's votekate4caledon@gmail.com, or on Facebook, Instagram. Please reach out. And remember, please vote October 24th. It's very important.
Hello, my name is Hunter Kalum, your area councillor candidate from Caledon Ward 2. As a resident, I feel that there is a disconnect between the town and the residents. While door knocking for past few months, residents have shared the same concern. I firmly believe that communication is the key to solving any problem. If I get elected, I am promising communication. Two-way communication where we will listen to the concerns of the residents and bring it to the right authorities. Historically, in municipal elections, the resident participation is very low. In 2018, only 32% of the eligible voters voted. I encourage everybody to go out, interview their candidates, and make an informed decision on October 24th. If you have any questions for me, my number is 905-226-1890.
Hello, residents of Caledon and voters in Ward 3. I'm Doug MASKELL, running for Ward 3 Councillor. I've been a resident of Caledon for 22 years and an educator for more than 30 years. I'm currently employed at Humberview Secondary School, where I worked for the past 15 years as a teacher, guidance counselor, and coach who's worked with young people and families. I'm a husband, and my wife and I have raised our 2 daughters here in Caledon. Today I'm going to be talking about a couple of issues. The first one is just how important it is to vote for a candidate who lives in your ward. Currently across Caledon, there are at least 3 candidates who are running in wards in which they do not live. I'm asking you to ask any candidate who comes to your door, do you live in the ward and why are you running? I am a candidate who lives in Ward 3 and wishes to represent you in Ward 3. The second issue I'm concerned about is the 24.5% raise councillors voted themselves last July. That's correct, 24.5%. That's just a slap in the face to residents of Caledon and businesses that struggled through COVID-19 lockdowns, to all the people who didn't get a raise this past year, and to seniors who've watched their savings and incomes be eroded by inflation. I'm strongly going to advocate for a reversal of that outrageous pay increase. The third area of concern is the growth in truck traffic and also unregulated truck depots across Ward 3. We need to use appropriate enforcement measures to make sure that trucks are not in our neighborhoods. We need to ensure that bylaw enforcement measures are taken to ensure that land use regulations and zoning policies are being abided by. The last area of concern is the impending 413 highway, which will have disastrous ecological consequences for Caledon. It's going to result in the loss of 10,000 acres of farmland, in the destruction of water supplies in our lakes and rivers, and also it will likely lead to the extinction of endangered species. We need to ensure that Caledon is a place where we can live and grow, and Highway 413 will not do that. My campaign is self-funded. I'm not taking any money from any sort of special interest groups. My only interest is representing you. The only thing I'm asking for you on voting day is your vote and your trust. So please vote for Doug MASKELL for Ward 3 Councillor on Election Day. Thank you very much. Bye.
Hi, I'm CHERYL Connors, and I'm running to be your new Caledon councillor for the new Ward 4. After many years of advocating on behalf of residents in Caledon, it has become clear that the residents' voices in Ward 4 are not being heard or respected. Being elected to council is a privilege, and I will work hard to represent the residents of Ward 4 and not just special interests, and put an end to backroom deals. At a time when many residents are struggling with the rising cost of living, high interest rates, struggling to put food on their tables, fill their cars with gas, and pay the rising costs of their mortgage payments or rent, all members of council, except councillors Annette Groves and Tony Rosa, just voted themselves an outrageous 24.4% salary increase. And that is on top of annual cost of living raises. And they've been working from home for 2.5 years. They still aren't having live council meetings. If elected, I will put forward a motion to roll back that disrespectful council raise. It's time to bring fairness and respect for residents back to Caledon. I love Caledon, and I will work to stop the reckless spending and backroom deals at Town Hall, make our community and roads safer. It's time to stop the excuses. We need to expand affordable, high-speed internet for you now, especially on our rural roads that have been overlooked. It's time to put residents back in control of how Caledon grows. We need to promote fair, responsible development that puts our health, safety, and the environment first. We need to fight against putting a highway through our beloved Greenbelt. Highway 413 will split our community in two. We need to advocate for dedicated truck lanes on our existing Highway 407 that will bring a solution today, not decades from now, if that highway actually gets built. We're going to create inclusive communities we can all be proud to call home, whether you're just starting out or looking for a place to retire in the community we love. I believe we can attract creative, well-paying, sustainable jobs in Caledon, not just minimum wage jobs in a warehouse. It's time to put the brakes on turning Caledon into the warehouse and trucking capital of Canada. Now, a little bit about me. I don't believe being a counselor should be a job for life. There should be term limits. I bring business experience to the position. I run a small business in Caledon managing associations. I worked as a strategic communication planner in the Ontario government for several years. I was a director at the Caledon Chamber of Commerce and formed the nonprofit Palgrave Residents Association to protect our community against inappropriate industrial activities that threaten our health and safety, and in particular the quality of our water and the air we breathe. Follow me on social media at CHERYL for Caledon. That's CHERYL, the number 4, in Caledon. Vote for change that puts you first. Vote Cheryl Connors for your new Ward 4 councillor, a new councillor for the new Ward 4. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Stacey Roberts, and I'm running for councillor of Caledon Ward 5. My family has lived in Caledon for more than 20 years, and I personally have been living in Bolton with my daughter for close to 10 years. I'm running for council because I have been actively advocating for the environment in our community by writing letters, delegating at council meetings, attending information sessions, and staying informed on various development issues. If elected, I feel I can bring the voices and ideas of Caledon residents to council to ensure that planned growth happens in a way that respects residents, the environment, the valuable green space, forests and lands, so that we may continue to enjoy our community for generations to come. I believe in actively listening to others rather than contradicting or debating their ideas. With mutual respect, we can build on what has been said and make connections and correlations to find solutions that work. I believe that there shouldn't be a one-plan-fits-all approach. Communities need to share knowledge with one another while maintaining unique systems based on their diverse landscapes and cultures. A decade ago, I was thrown into politics when I worked for the Ontario Horse Racing Industry Association. When the province decided to end the Slots at Racetrack program, the industry launched a grassroots campaign. And for the next 5 years, I was immersed in politics and political processes. I'm currently self-employed, which I feel gives me the freedom and the time necessary to dedicate to being an engaged and effective counselor. My career and company is based in communication, which will help me maintain active communication with residents and fellow council members. I plan to focus on following up on Caledon Council's request to the province to allow Caledon to direct its own local planning. I want to halt the use of ministers' zoning orders, MZOs, to allow town planning staff to work through the official plan. MZOs were intended to be used sparingly and not for basic estate development applications. I want to ensure that there is investment in local roadways, public transit, and services in place to accommodate growth before new development areas are built to ensure livability and continued enjoyment in our community. I want to follow up with the federal government with regard to a full environmental assessment of the proposed Highway 413. I feel this mega highway goes against Canada's sustainable development strategy, which is to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and halt and reverse nature loss in Canada by 2030. On October 24th, I ask that you vote for me, Stacey Roberts, for Councillor of Ward 5, so that together we can keep Caledon a beautiful and enjoyable place to live and grow.
Greetings, I'm Tony Rosa, and for the past 4 years I've had the privilege and the honor to represent the residents and business owners of Ward 5 Bolton on Caledon Town Council. I am super excited today to announce that I am seeking re-election as the local councillor in Ward 5. As I consider my priorities for the next term of council, It's all about creating a path forward for my community. I am committed to road safety and a plan that reduces truck traffic and combats illegal trucking operations in Caledon. I truly believe that we need to expand senior living options and implement a housing for all plan that meets the needs of all families in Caledon. I will support the development of an urgent care facility in Bolton so that we can offer healthcare services that we currently lack in our community. I will continue to support local businesses and sustainability of businesses in our village by promoting the Love Local campaign and profiling local businesses operating in Bolton. I am committed to expanding recreation activities, sports and leisure activities, and continue to offer annual festivals and cultural events that focus on community engagement. I will work with our Downtown Bolton Revitalization Committee on really taking a stand for downtown Bolton, creating a gathering space and in the village core. I believe a town square is exactly what we need. So many improvements have already been made to downtown Bolton, but the work is not completed. I'm committed to moving it forward. I will continue to advocate for responsible growth and focus on good financial planning as we grow over the next decade and make sure that the plan protects our local taxpayers. I'm committed to working with our economic development staff so that we can work on implementing a 21st century plan that it attracts good paying jobs to Caledon. For more information on my plan, I encourage you to visit my campaign website, www.rosaward5.ca. Join me as we continue to ignite the heart of Bolton and build unity and community across Caledon. I respectfully ask for your support on October 24th. Vote Rosa as your local councillor, getting it done for Bolton.
Hi, my name is LUCREZIA CHIAPPETTA, but my friends call me Lou, and my family and I have been lucky enough to call the North Hill of Bolton, now known as the new Ward 6, our home for the past 17 years. Growing up, I had always been interested in environmental issues and pursued both a bachelor's and master's in environmental studies with a focus on public participation in urban planning. After completing my degree, I became a dedicated and passionate environmental professional and volunteer with over 17 years of experience in both environmental education and community engagement. After becoming a mom almost 15 years ago, I decided that it was time to start working on issues that were closer to home, where the impact felt more personal. As a volunteer and now co-chair for Caledon, a grassroots community group, I educate and empower residents to take action on environmental issues that are important to our community. I collaborate with town staff, council, residents, and other community groups, and I advocate on issues that are important to Caledon residents. How do I plan to build a healthy and successful community? By focusing on what Bolton residents have told me is important to them. A prosperous and vibrant downtown core, community safety, sustainable development and growth, climate action, and meaningful community engagement. I will work hard with and for Ward 6 residents and businesses in order to build the best Caledon possible. If you are looking for a positive change, I believe I am the best candidate for the job. It would be an honor to serve my community, my neighbors, as Ward 6 area councillor. On October 24th, vote Chiappetta.